Hi Scorpio, how are you? This is your November tarot reading. So let's see what we get for you for November. If you've got Scorpio anywhere in your astrology chart, you may resonate with this reading, okay? And thank you for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up so that it can get out across YouTube. So let's see. It's divinely timed really, so whenever you watch the video is fine, but it's for the next few weeks, yeah? The next month. So let's see. For Scorpio. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. You're moving forward. You're still not where you want to be in November. You probably want to slap me for saying that. You know, you're still not exactly where you want to be, but you are 100% moving forward. It's very good. So there's going to be progress here. November is going to be, well, the next few weeks is going to be very progressive for you. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief. Make new plans. Relocation or travel. Right. I mean, I'm not planning on any relocations here, but, you know, some of there could be for some of you. Also travel, I mean, yeah, there may be some travel. There may be some journeys you have to make. But, you know, this is about the fact that you're looking at your life and you're thinking about who is the best person for each job, you know. Who do I need in my life for each kind of area or situation? You know, are you being realistic about your expectations of people? You know, everything's becoming clearer, you see. So things are starting to move forward for you because it's like you've got more clarity over the roles that people are playing in your life. And that kind of helps massively. Because then there's like less discrepancy, you know, there's more clarity over your, you know, the particular people in your life and the roles they're playing. And because you've got that clarity, it's much easier to interact with them and there's more flow. And it's like you're moving forward together. You know, you're not where you used to be. Things are progressing and you're not exactly where you want to end up, but you can feel progression. So, you know, there may still be some challenges at times, but overall it's going to be feeling better for you in this next few weeks. We'll pick a fairy energy. Ooh. Cheeky, fell out. Okay, so if you've got any critical voices, which, let's face it, we're human, we have ego. The ego is the critical voice. Just notice them, just observe them. And just remind yourself, it's not me. It's not my true spiritual nature to be critical or fear-based in my thinking. That is really the ego. It's trying to obstruct me from my progression, you know, and I'm just basically zoning out from it. You know, I'm just going to zone out from it. There's some kind of miracle because you've got the Solus card, which is the miracle card. So there's some kind of miracle that is happening for you and it's extremely powerful. So it's kind of burning away the ego. It's burning away those critical voices and they can no longer really overpower you. Do you see that? Because you found the key. You're dealing with your life in such a deeply spiritual way, particularly to do with change, particularly to do with money. And you just know that it's through spiritual energy and through your spiritual beliefs that these progressions are going to keep moving forward. Let's keep going a bit deeper. Okay, so as you kind of enter November, as you're finishing October, there is some kind of success for you. It could even be right around now that you're noticing it. There's some kind of victory, okay? It's something where you get noticed or people are realizing your value, okay? But there's recognition. It's like some people have had to notice what you were saying was right, or that you are really worth having, or that you are very you know, you have very good abilities, whatever it is, there's something you've been victorious over, and it's like boom, all of a sudden you get the recognition that you deserved. You know, you deserved to be recognized or heard, and that kind of happens. Now what kind of happens after that as we go into November is you've got Two of Pentacles energy, which is interesting. It feels like you're trying to juggle too many things, right? And I think it is because you're going through this progressive stage and you're trying to manage a whole heap of stuff so that you aren't where you used to be, because that's really important to you, that you don't go back to where you used to be. So you know you have to work very hard and you have to juggle all these things to ensure that you don't slip back. So there's all these different things to attend to, which can make it feel quite, you know, stressful for yourself. But there's a positivity to it. I don't think you feel negative about that. I think you will feel positive because you know all these things you're doing are helping you to move forward into this new timeline, you know, and so you're kind of happy about it, but just be aware that it could tire you out, you know, or it could just make you feel like, oh my God, I'm having to do all these crazy things or please all these people. But deep down, you're doing it for you to get yourself in a more stronger position. Two of Pentacles. You will get better at, you'll be able to manage money, by the way. That don't stress about that, because money is going to be okay, right? Now, the interesting thing through the whole of November really is you've got this Hermit energy, which is a very conscious energy. Okay, now Spirit, you can see the Hermit shines the light of consciousness, okay, and the light of consciousness is the light of Spirit in that lantern, okay? So what this means is it's not really a time of actual decision making in November, but it is a time where you just focus more and more on being in the higher mind. Spirit supports you in this process. You know you're moving forward. There's no doubt about that. You are moving forward in November and the next few weeks. And you are becoming more and more aware, more and more conscious of how you're operating, and that the way you're operating now is much more beneficial than the way you used to operate, yeah? Now, you're going to be getting more results, basically. So don't put pressure on yourself to make any big decisions in the next few weeks. What Spirit here is saying is it's purely about you staying in this very spiritual energy, the higher mind, not allowing the crazy stuff that's going on in your life to drag you into the ego, the lower mind. Just keep every time you notice that happening, you probably will notice it happening, because when you're going through a transitional period like this, you're going through a lot of change. The ego can get quite insecure and throw up lots of fear-based thoughts, but you're going to have to be very vigilant to them. I think you're supported by Spirit, so I think it's going to be easier than you expect to just completely detach from those fear-based thoughts, and to stay in this higher mind, because the more you do that, you're connecting into Spirit, and Spirit is actually going to be propelling you forward at such a fast pace. It's actually going to be easier than you think, because like I said, you have got this soulless energy which is able to kind of overpower and burn away the ego. So what I expect for Scorpio is these changes that you're going through are deeply spiritual. You're doing everything in an energetic, spiritual way, and that is the right approach, because it's going to be a much more powerful approach to getting everything changed for you. And you do that by noticing when you get triggered, but always returning to the higher mind and the higher energy. Okay, and don't worry about making decisions. That's what Spirit is saying in November. Just all you need to do is just work on your energy in November, and just juggle the different responsibilities you've got, and possibly think about dropping some of the things you're doing, because that will actually make it easier for you as well. You're dealing with somebody who's quite cold and businesslike. And sometimes you probably feel like you have to please them, or it could be even an authority figure. It doesn't even have to be like a person you're in a relationship with. But there is somebody quite cold and businesslike who will be reviewing things and looking at you a lot. I know that sounds strange. And actually it's going to end up going in your favour, the decisions that they make, okay? That's what King of Swords energy is typically. So, you know, it's going to be good for Scorpio, really. I see this is very good. Let's have a look at what that person's thinking. My head isn't clear enough to make a decision. Yeah, this person or somebody wasn't able to make a decision about you. And it was freaking hard. This has been a major battle, almost like a war that you have been going through. But you come out on top, you come out victorious, like I said. You're probably noticing now or very soon after this, watching this video. So let's just see what your spirit guides are saying. You feel like there's tons of stuff you have to do to please this authority figure or please this person, or, you know, you just feel like you have to juggle so many things. But the main thing is, don't worry about too much about what you're doing. It's actually more to do with the energy that's going to make the changes. So that, like, you could really drop a couple of things you're doing in the next few weeks, and it will just make it super easier for yourself. Because this is what Spirit is saying. It's more to do with the energy that's helping you move forward. Your spirit guides are supporting you in November to realise that it's only the ego that wants and needs, okay? So when you sort of get these ideas in your head of the things you need to do, or the things that you want to do in November to kind of keep moving forward, remember, it's only the ego that's telling you that. Spirit's not telling you to do those things. It's your ego that's telling you that you need to do those things. So you probably don't need to do those things. See? So that's why you can probably afford to drop a couple of things you're doing in November, and it will start to make your life a little bit easier, you know? It will help you pick your energy up faster. But your energy is going to be good anyway. You've got some kind of miracle energy supporting you to move forward. So, you know, a relationship could massively improve, or something in your life concerning an authority, some kind of organisation or something like that will go well. You don't need to worry about decisions. And you're going to find that your spiritual approach, keeping your energy in a good place, is actually what's going to help you through these changes faster, and also money as well, progressing well. So, you know, that's the message. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. If you want to book in, remember, I do have a more affordable voice note reading you can book in for, and I am sending you lots of love and peace wherever you are on Gaia.